Everyone. So we are the team Blake Association and we have taken up the problem statement as automatic regulation of valves for release of water based upon soil moisture availability in the root zone of the crop. So I have planned to divide this presentation into two parts. The first part will speak about the problem statement and give some description regarding it, and the second part will be regarding the prototype, right? So let us first jump into the problem statement and why we have chosen it and what it actually is. So this problem is a unique one and it's something which is very important for the Indian agriculture because it has long bothered our economy due to the inefficiency of the traditional irrigation systems. So in modern agricultural practices, efficient water management plays a critical role in achieving optimal crop yields, conserving water resources and maintaining ecological balance. However, due to the poor irrigation system, irrigation methods which have been followed in India for a long time, we have actually been wasting a lot of water. The Indian Council for Agricultural Research says that about 70% of irrigation water is wasted due to poor irrigation techniques. And another interesting fact is irrigation consumes about 84% of the fresh water in India. So you can calculate the amount of wastage which happens in water. So water being a scarce resource is already something which should be taken care of, but having such techniques is a great waste. And another thing is irrigation. This water management system has also destroyed the crop yields for many farmers, hence ruining their livelihood. So what we have proposed for this is the development of a comprehensive AI driven irrigation management system for these sort of piped and micro irrigation systems. The core idea is to enable the automatic regulation of water wells based on the real time soil moisture data obtained from strategically placed sensors within the crop's root zone. So we will be using artificial intelligence and machine learning models for these, and we'll also have a user friendly interface so that the farmer will be able to monitor what's going on, right? So the primary benefits of our solution is that it will help in improving crop yields, conserve water resources and reduce environmental impact. Also it will kind of make the resources be used in a better manner, and it will provide us dynamic data insights, right? The novelty in our solution is that it contains a feature of being dynamic in data collection as well as valve regulation, having IoT to interconnect the system, having a user-friendly interface, above all having an economically viable model of hardware and software components such that it is affordable for the user or the farmer, right? We also plan to run the model locally to cut down on the data transfer cost. So to conclude this intro session, I emphasize on the fact that our irrigation techniques need to be improved if our agriculture needs to be improved, and only if our agriculture improves we will be able to improve our Indian economy. Thank you. So moving on to the prototype part, what we have in our possession is a simple prototype which consists of a machine learning model and its full stack deployment. So I'll be explaining the machine learning part. So our model is a random forest of various perceptrons having built out of Adam optimizer, and it has a loss function of binary cross entropy. After comparing various other types of perceptrons built out of different optimizers such as RMS prop, ADA delta, ADA grad, or momentum or Nesterov or whatever, we have found out that the Adam perceptron performs the best. Also, not just amongst the different types of perceptrons, it also beats the inbuilt machine learning models such as logistic regression, KNN, and other decision tree classifiers. This is quite a find because the perceptron has the property of universal approximation theorem, which says that a perceptron will be able to perform any binary classification up to the mark, right? It can perform any binary classification at an accuracy of 100% given the originality and the authenticity of the data set. So As you can see, this is my implementation of the perceptron. It's completely hard coded. I have imported no libraries, and I also have a random forest over here in which I have appended about 100 trees. I mean, 100 perceptrons, 100 different perceptrons trained on different bootstraps of the data set. So, and with this we get an accuracy of 78%, which is the best accuracy for this data set, which is equivalent to the best accuracy even compared with other generative models. Given better data sets, I am pretty sure we can attain an accuracy of 95% or above. So next we will be moving on to the full stack deployment.
Hello judges. Now moving on to the implementation of the full stack. What we have done is that we have used React.js for our front end and Django for our back end, which connects to the machine learning model that we have designed. So first of all, moving on with the machine learning model, we have something extra which is for the model to be saved into the disk of our computer. So here we are using the joblib dump to save the model. Now this will be used in the Django views.py. So where we are creating or we are accessing the model's fit method to get the prediction. So here we are trying to do a post request which will be sent from our React.js front end. We are trying to do the request. We process the request sent from the HTTP post request, and then we pass it on to we load the model which is saved, and then we test it and store the predicted value, and the predicted value goes by the binary classifier as the values 1 and 0. 1 represents the pump must be turned on, and 0 represents the pump must be turned off. And this is again put into a dictionary which is sent over as a JSON file through a HTTP response back to our React.js. So now let me show you the front end. This is a simple website where we have shown how the form is designed just to send the parameters. So 3 main parameters for our model as of now is that crop type, moisture content and temperature, and these parameters are powerful enough to determine whether the land must be irrigated or not at that point of time. Now what we have done is that it's just a form. We are connected using a post request. We'll check our React.js here. So this will be the web page you have seen right now, and here we have implemented the forms where we have included the input boxes for all the parameters, which will be again sent to a function where it is created into a form data structure, and again it's passed using a Axios library which is used for post requests to some or the host we are trying to use for the backend. And this will be our this address would be that for our Django server which is running in this IP address. Now moving on, let's have a quick demo of how it works. Open the console. Now let's go with the cotton as the crop type, and 966 as our moisture content, and 45 as our temperature, 45 degrees Celsius. And if we go for the predict, and this is written from our Django model, as you can see in the console. I'll show you how the object is given back. The object is given back as a JSON file from which we are trying to retrieve it and print it onto or put it onto the UI. So in this way the user can have a look whether the pump must be turned on or not. So this is just a prototype, and further implementation of the project, this result actually would be given to the hardware pump valves which is used to turn on or all the irrigation valves for the pipes or supplying water to the field. And this will all be carried on the edge, like our MCU or the microcontroller unit that we are designing. So everything runs on the edge, no cloud, as we know that internet connectivity can be scarce at sometimes. And also we integrate that the farmer would be can use a mobile app or a web app to control the specific crop type that is aiming the MCU to be deployed at. So Yeah, and for further frameworks, we'd be looking on TensorFlow Lite for microcontrollers, which enables us to save the model and run our prediction of the model right onto the MCUs. Thank you. So for the